Hey everybody, it's me, Scott again, coming to you from my home garage gym. No workout video today. I thought I would show you what my garage gym actually looks like and how small it actually is. As I've told you before, it's still a functioning garage. I mean, we still park both of our cars in here. So everything I have has to be mobile. I have to be able to set it up against the wall, put it on the floor somewhere, just get it out of the way. And then when I want to work out, back the car out and pull out the equipment. Truth be told, what I have currently, I have collected over probably a good 30 years. Back into the 80s, actually. Some of this equipment is that old. I used to, well, I have worked out at commercial gyms. I've worked out at home, and I've done both at the same time, where I would go to like the commercial gym one day of the week, and another day I would stay home and work out. So what I have today is the remnants of my home gym or garage gym that I'm using today, because I exclusively work out at home now. Maybe I'll go back to a commercial gym, especially since I'm retired. I mean, when you retire, you get so much time on your hand that you can go to the time of days when the commercial gyms aren't busy. It makes it a hell of a lot easier than when you're working. So I was going to give you a tour of my gym here today, but preface it by saying, you know, I considered making this channel for older adults like me. I'm 66, I'll be 67 in October. And I really considered, you know, why I would do it. Because, you know, what do I have to say? You know, there's a lot more experience and knowledgeable people on YouTube. A lot nicer garage gyms or home gyms or basement gyms than what I have. But I reconsidered because I watch all the same channels on YouTube. You know, these magnificent looking home gyms. You know, people with testosterone dropping out of their nose. You know, and you try not to compare yourself to anybody, but sometimes you can't help it. But I never actually see anybody in my age group, late 60s, 70s, even in the 80s, you know, working out. And as you know, at our age, you know, our body has significantly changed since we were in our 20s, 30s, and even our 40s. So, you know, I very rarely see the older adults, regular guys, just working out at home. Whether you're just starting or, you know, you've been working out at home and you have a small little setup, maybe give you some ideas of what I do, and you can share your ideas with me, because that's where I get all my information. You know, if I go online, go on YouTube, or do some research, follow different people. But so I want to give you a tour for what I have here right now, what I'm working with, and how I improvise a lot of different exercises that mimic maybe a machine that I've seen at a gym or I've seen on somebody use it on YouTube. So let me show you what I got here, and then we'll go from there. So I'm currently working out in an area approximately, what is it, 8 by 17 feet. And really the area I mostly work out in is probably 6 by 12 feet. So what I did was I took and went to Tractor Supply, I bought some of these horse stall mats and just put them down on half of the garage. And this is where I work out at. I have currently 3 different benches. I have 2 Rep Fitness benches. This is a Rep 5200. It's just a flat bench. The pad sits 16 and a half inches off the ground, and it's 12 inches wide. Then for my incline bench, my adjustable incline, I have a Rep Fitness. It's a 4100. It has an incline from 15 degrees to 85 degrees. The pad's 12 inches wide. It also sits 16 and a half inches from the top of the pad to the ground. And then I have my Old Faithful here. This bench right here is a Body Solid bench. It's about 30 years old. It is an adjustable incline bench. The pad is only 10 inches wide, and it sits 17.5 inches off the ground to the top of the pad. The pop pin is broken, so I have to manually adjust the incline if I want to use it as an incline. But I still do use all 3 benches. Both adjustable benches have that gap between the seat and the back pad. But it doesn't bother me because I'm so short that my whole body sits up on the back pad, so I don't have to worry about that gap at all. And the gap on that body solid bench obviously is a lot wider than the gap over here on my Rep 4100 bench. Then I have my cable machine, which is a body solid. And this cable machine is probably 20 years old. It also has a low row feature on it, and of course a lat pull down. It's plate loaded, and the pins are not for Olympic plates, but I do use Olympic plates on it, so they're a little shaky at times. The only thing I've ever had a problem with on this lat machine is the cable I had to replace one time. And Body Solid has a lifetime guarantee, so all I did was contact them, and they actually sent me 2 cables. So in 20 plus years, I've only had to replace that cable one time. So then of course I have a 7-foot bar. That's a road bar. It's stainless steel. I also have a shorty bar, which I don't even know what it is. It's so old that it's just a dark color. And of course a chrome curling bar. I use my 10-pound dumbbells there to keep them up off the ground, as you can see. I don't use those 10-pound dumbbells much. I don't have a power rack, as you can see. And the reason I don't have a power rack is because I don't use a power rack. I don't do heavy squats. I don't do bench presses. I don't do anything that would really need a rack for right now. And even if I did have one, I wouldn't know where to put it. I just don't have the room for it. And then I have dumbbells, and over the years I've collected, again, a multitude of different dumbbells. Again, I have rubber coated, and those are the Rep Fitness dumbbells. I have plate loaded dumbbells that are pre-assembled. And I have basically your metal dumbbells. So my dumbbells go from 10 pounds to 95 pounds. Yes, I would like to get a little more heavier, maybe 100, 105 pounders, but they're quite expensive, so I'm not going to be pulling the trigger on those just yet. As you can see, I only have the one rack, and so a lot of stuff is sitting on the ground or stacked on top of each other. And the reason I have to stack it is because, again, I have to get everything off the floor so I can pull the car in. I do have one plyo box. That's a Rep Fitness, as you can see. It's a 16, 18, 20-inch plyo box. I do multiple different exercises off of that box, or sometimes I just use it to sit on. I have one D handle because I only have one cable machine. Over here I have a belt, which I very rarely use, and I have a pair of ropes, some rubber, I guess D handles, a triangle, and a chain, which I'm using currently over here on the lat machine. So that's basically it. That's everything I have. And I can get a fairly good workout with what I do have. I collected this stuff over many, many years. If I had to go duplicate everything that's in here right now, brand new, it probably would be close to $4,000 or $5,000, but you don't have to spend that. I mean, if you're just starting out, I would advise you just to get a very good quality adjustable bench like this Rep, and maybe a pair of adjustable dumbbells. You can get a very good workout with just those 2 things. You can do that in any room of your house. I don't have a lot of plates, and all the plates I have are sitting on the ground. As you can see, I don't have a plate tree. I don't really need a lot of plates because most of my work is done with dumbbells again. But I do use the plates on the lat machine, and when I'm using barbells, I will use the plates. But other than that, that's the whole gym. It doesn't usually look like this right now because I just got done working out, so everything's not put away. But when it's put away, this whole floor here is, empty, so we can pull the car in from the driveway. That there are pros and cons to working out in a home gym, obviously, but there's pros and cons to working out at a commercial gym too. Maybe I'll make a video of both of those maybe next week, pros and cons of working out at home or working out at a commercial gym. I do at times miss commercial gym, to be honest with you. Maybe I will go back and do that part-time commercial gym and home gym at some point. But for right now, it's just at home, and work out 4 days a week. I work out each body part 1 day a week. That's all. And I get a lot of my ideas again from these YouTube channels. But obviously, my gym is nothing compared to some of the gyms you'll see on YouTube, or some of the people you see on YouTube. But I mean, the worst thing you can do working out at home or comparing yourself to somebody else is comparing yourself to somebody else, especially when you're in your late 60s, 70s, and 80s. You're not going to be as strong or look like some guy in their 20s and 30s. You're just not gonna. Maybe 0.5% of the population approaching their 70s looks very fit like that. So any improvement you can make, any strength gains you can make as you age is going to be of significant benefit to your quality of life. So that's it for my gym today. I'm going to clean up here and get on with the day. So hope you have a good day, and I'll see you next time.